life is like Farmville. It's a scam. That's what it is. When you play Farmville, if you ever have played Farmville or any other mobile games that are kind of like Farmville, what you find is you have barn space, and you run out of barn space really easily, because as you grow stuff and you make stuff and you start crafting it, then it all takes up space in your barn. And you need the raw materials. You save the raw materials so that you can turn them into finished products when you combine them. It's just basic crafting 101. And then you have other materials that you'll get that you can use for the purpose of upgrading your barn. And if you upgrade your barn, then you'll have more space. The only thing is you need a certain number of upgrade materials in order to do that. So what you have to do is you collect upgrade materials, and guess what? You put those upgrade materials into your barn until you have enough of them to upgrade your barn. The only problem is the reason you're trying to upgrade your barn in the first place is because you don't have enough space in your barn. So it stands to reason you don't got enough space to save all those upgrade materials either. But the solution now is actually making your problem even more bad. So you try to power through as best you can, and then eventually you can upgrade the barn. And then that lets you level up to the next level. And once you level up to the next level, then you have more new materials that you're going to have access to, which you can use to craft more advanced things. The only problem with that is it means you're going to need even more barn space once again. And so the cycle continues. You will never have enough barn space, and you'll always be chasing that next level of upgrade, just thinking that if you could have your barn space upgraded one more time, then you would be in a good place. But you'll never be in a good place, because that treadmill will keep on going into infinity until eventually you suffer enough to start paying real money to upgrade your barn and other aspects of the game. And that's how they get money out of people. They take the promise of a free game, and then they create a bunch of things that deliberately make people's life miserable, and then they tell people that they need to play this game in order to have fun. And once people are addicted to it, then they'll spend ridiculous amounts of money for things that don't add any actual value. Because the truth is, Farmville is a really simple game. There's not a lot of software behind that. Compared to a AAA title, Farmville is kind of like the difference between The Lord of the Rings and the novel that I wrote on the back side of a napkin at the restaurant. It's just no comparison. And yet, mobile games make more money than a lot of AAA titles that are actually respectful of players' time and dignity. Why is it? Well, it's because there's a lot of magic in the world where people are being tricked and connived into doing things that are really not good for them. They're good for the developers, they're good for the peddlers of whatever kind of shenanigans are being sold. And that's how life works. Life is filled with these treadmill sort of situations where you will be suckered into something, and people will say, hey, I got a solution for you. I'm going to make your life better. And if you just sign up for whatever it is I got to give you, then you're going to really, really be happy. Here's a new credit card. Here's a new promotion. Here's that bigger house you wanted. Here's a new truck for you to drive. Whatever it might be, there's always somebody there to promise you something bigger and something better than what you have. Because of all the things that you could possibly do, nobody is going to ever tell you that you should just enjoy your life the way it is. They want you to be dissatisfied. They need you to be dissatisfied, because if you don't want to upgrade your barn space, then you're not going to be able to give them money, and you're not going to be addicted. They don't want people to just think about the reality, which is if the game is stupid, don't play it. So There's always another thing that's going to grab your money, grab your time, force you into a grind, and make you feel like in order to have a good life, you have to give up all the things that actually make life good. Now, the truth is, you could stop playing Farmville and you could go play a proper computer game if you wanted to. But a lot of people are addicted to the convenience of having that little game that they can play on their phone. You know, it's cool, it's simple. It's kind of like the difference between a meal at a good restaurant and a bag of candy and a soda that you got by the checkout register. Clearly, one is better than the other. It's a lot easier to sell the candy because it doesn't require any commitment. It doesn't require any time. All it requires is impulse. Life is filled with these things, targeting people's impulsive, addictive nature, and then making their life worse in the name of improving it. You know, when I was a child, I was very much afraid of the dark. And I thought it felt like there were monsters that were out there in the darkness. And I don't know if they were supernatural monsters or if they were people or what they were. I just imagined them. That the dark was a place I feared. And then I grew up and I came to a realization that the real monsters are not the kind of things that come out of dark places like werewolves or monsters that live under your bed or anything like that. The evil things that I really encountered in my life were all the people that promised to bring me the light, the people that promised solutions to life's problems, the people that offered protection from all of those evil things for a price. Those people that say, we'll be there to make your life better. We'll be there to make it good. And you're going to have to sell a part of your liberty and your freedom and your soul in the process. And that is the evil of the day. It's not an obvious evil. It's an evil that masquerades as good, and it shows up all over the place in the form of promises to give you something for nothing, something free that will actually put hooks into you. Once you say yes, you sign up for that new credit card or that new thing with a payment, or you take that new job and then you find out that it comes with other expectations that take away your ability to choose how you spend your time or to make ethical decisions or to follow your heart. And these are things that we should think about, because whether it's Farmville or whether it's modern marketing or whether it's politics or religion or your friends or something else like that, you got to be able to be content with your life and to say, my life is good. I don't need somebody to come and save me. I don't need somebody to give me something I didn't earn. I don't need to be offered an opportunity for an upgrade. All I need is what I have right now, and I'm happy with my life. You got to be there. Because when you're there, then people, these charlatans, can't just keep on selling you garbage ideas, garbage things, garbage plans. They have to face the reality that they don't own you. And I think it's amazing how much people really, really love to get into other people's business and offer them aid and help. There's nothing people like more than if you say, hey, you know, I'll listen to you if you tell me how I can make my life better. They got their 2 cents, and their 2 cents always comes back to sign up for something, some kind of a commitment to something that's going to make your life better, and you can pay them back later on. And there's There's money things that put you in debt to people. You know, like you went out and you took out a loan for something you didn't need. And then there's the spiritual bondage to people, because they worm their way into your life and then they tell you that you can't trust yourself to make your own decisions for yourself. You need them to be there to help guide you. There's always people there, though, that want to be a mentor. They want to help other people. But why? Why do they want to do that? Well, they want to do it because it's all about control. And that's the biggest lie that's told. People saying they want to help other people. They just because they care. That ain't true. People want control. They want to be the center of attention. That's what it is. And you got to realize that, because people are always sneaky. That's what they are. People are sneaky. And that's all right. It's all right if they're sneaky, as long as you know it and you don't fall prey to them. The only other thing I got to say is don't be a sneak yourself. Don't be there manipulating people and then convincing yourself that you're there to do them good when you're really just doing it for yourself. It's really easy to point fingers and to be there to try to guide other people, to help them through their challenges in life. If that's who you are, you probably need to knock it off, because the truth is, life is best managed for oneself. If you are really, really inspired to help other people, what you probably need to do is work on yourself. Take that mirror that you're always pointing out so other people can see, and look at it yourself. Look in the mirror yourself. See how you can work on yourself, work on your character, do something a little bit every day to make your life better, to make yourself better, to be more at peace, to be more wholesome. And then you work on you, and you work on yourself. If you have a good experience, then other people, they will be able to benefit from that too, because you don't have to force light at other people. All you have to do is just let it be what it is. And then when people want to seek the light, well, they find it. And if that's you, then maybe you can be a reflection of light. You can inspire other people as you make your way through life, and that's great. But you do that just by working on yourself. You work on yourself. You do your thing. And then other people, you let them follow their path. And maybe you do inspire people along the way. But that isn't your goal. Your goal is just to make the best of every moment that you have in life. That's all you got to do. It's simple. And the path, whether it's to be better yourself or to help other people, is really just to learn to be content. Stop trying to look for the next upgrade. Stop signing up and joining the chase every time somebody tells you that your life could be better if you got on board with the next new thing. Till next time, thank you for watching.